On this episode of Gadget, we're ending our Father's Day series by bringing back a classic. We've got the new Jawbone from Aliph. We'd like to thank our production sponsors, the California province of the Society of Jesus, and Gateway. Hello, and welcome back to Gadget at thetechstop.net. It's a place where it's always time to get your geek on. I'm your host, Father Robert Ballecer of the Society of Jesus. I'm a member of the California province of the Jesuits. We're the largest religious order in the Catholic Church, and today we are not in the Center for Apostolic Technology. We're actually at our home in Henderson, Nevada. It's vacation time for us, but we figured that we should get you one more episode, especially on this special Father's Day. To all you uberGeek dads out there, happy Father's Day. Now, if you had watched our CES coverage, you would know that we are big fans of the original Jawbone. The Jawbone was one of those pieces of technology that sort of changed the paradigm of its field. Our experience with wireless headsets in the past, Bluetooth headsets to be precise, has not been the best. What we found is that almost all of the Bluetooth headsets that we've been sent, even the more expensive ones, have been kind of, well, craptacular, craptastic. You know, they work sometimes, but they kept breaking their links, they kept needing to be repaired, we kept dropping calls, and the quality just wasn't there. I've often found myself going back to a wired headset just because the Bluetooth headset couldn't cut it. Well, that changed when we got the Jawbone. In fact, the entire TechStop staff is using Jawbones because they have worked so well, and that's uncommon in the world of consumer electronics. Well, they haven't sat back on their laurels. Even though the Jawbone had the industry's best noise cancellation, even though it was so comfortable, it was so small, it was so inexpensive, they've decided to update their product line with the new Jawbone. Now, the question is this just a repackaging of the old Jawbone, or does it have anything else to offer your uberGeek dad on this special day? Well, this is what we found. The new Jawbone keeps all the technological advancements of the Jawbone Classic, while giving the device a fresh look and updated functionality. It is approximately 50% smaller than its predecessor, and Aliph has somehow made the Jawbone even more comfortable than the already supremely comfortable Jawbone Classic. You will find no controls on the Jawbone, at least none that you can see. Aliph has done away with buttons or switches in favor of an outer surface that activates internal controls. Lightly press certain areas on the Jawbone shell, and you can activate all the features and functions of the headset. This gives the unit an even more finished look. The Jawbone is made with medical-grade polycarb. This ultra-smooth material allows Aliph to make the Jawbone light, curvy, and ultra-strong. They have also included little touches like leather-ensconced ear loops and reflective textured surfaces to give the outer surface a 3D look. The Jawbone comes with 4 ear loops and 3 earbuds so that you can choose the setup that is most comfortable and stylish for you. If it sounds as if Aliph has gone through extraordinary lengths for mainly cosmetic changes, that's because they have. The designers and engineers at Aliph have not designed the Jawbone to be a piece of technology that happens to look good, but as a stylish accessory that happens to have the industry's best noise-canceling technology. Speaking of the noise-canceling technology, the Jawbone uses a patented process that Aliph calls Noise Assassin to eliminate noise. It does this by combining 3 different components to separate speech from background clutter. The VAS, or voice activity sensor, is the Jawbone part of the Jawbone. Using bone induction, it detects when a person is talking and captures the frequencies at which his or her speech is occurring. The second part of Noise Assassin is the dual mic setup. The Jawbone picks up sounds from both the user and from the environment. The final part of the Noise Assassin is a DSP algorithm that combines the data from the VAS with the audio from the mics and eliminates all but the actual speech from the user. The system works remarkably well and does an excellent job of performing the thousands of tweaks per second to keep the audio as clean as possible. One interesting note is that the algorithms that power the Jawbone were originally developed for DARPA as a way to allow clear battlefield communications for soldiers and helicopter pilots. If it worked for them, you can bet that it will make your conversation sound better. Using the Jawbone is easy. You charge the Jawbone using a provided dock with a USB end. You can plug this cable into a standard USB port or into the included AC adapter. Charging from a completely discharged state takes about 50 minutes, but subsequent charges rarely take longer than 30. To pair the device with your phone, you activate the talk and noise assassin controls for 2 seconds, at which point the indicator light will begin flashing red and white. Once the light begins flashing, you then have your phone search for the Jawbone and use the passcode 0000. That's it. You are now paired. To turn the Jawbone on and off, you press and hold the talk control for 2 seconds. Pressing the talk control will either initiate a call, answer a call, switch between active calls, or disconnect a call in progress. You can also reject an incoming call by pressing the noise assassin control. To change volume, you press the noise assassin control to cycle through the volume levels. In use, everything was intuitive, and we never once dropped a call because of the headset. Battery life of the new Jawbone is rated at 4 hours of talk and 8 days of standby. But if the original Jawbone is any indication, your mileage will be even better. The new Jawbone is available online right now for about $130. You know, one of the first things that you notice about the new Jawbone is that they kept the packaging from the old Jawbone. This sort of award case, jewelry display case, and that's not an accident. It's not because of laziness. It's because it represents their mindset. It represents what they want to present with the new Jawbone, and that is that it is not just a piece of technology with some smooth curves, but that it's a fashion accessory that happens to have great technology. That being said, it's not just a cosmetic upgrade. They haven't just squeezed it into a smaller package and thrown in some shiny new pieces. It actually handles wind better. It handles background noise better. The noise assassin is more noticeable. I mean, when you turn it off, you can actually hear the difference between having it on and having it off and listening to the sound that it eliminates. It has about the same battery life, even though it's 50% smaller. And, you know, they've done some really good engineering time on making sure that this thing is usable. So, the question you need to be asking yourself is this a good gift for your uberGeek dad or even for yourself? Well, not only is it a nice piece of technology, and not only is it the only headset that will be gracing my ear, but with the legislation coming due for all the cell phone hands-free driving requirements, this might not just be a good gift, but it could be a good investment to avoid future tickets. If you're looking for a good headset, if you want something that is both a good gift, a good fashion accessory, and a nice piece of tech, might I suggest you check out the new Jawbone from Aliph. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of Gadget. If you want to find out more about the Jawbone, you can always go to our website at www.thetechstop.net. If you click on the Gadget tab, you'll be able to find the links for all of our episodes in high resolution, as well as our blog and our written articles. If you want to send us an email message, and please keep those emails coming, you can always reach us at gadget@thetechstop.net. Well, I've been your host, Father Robert Ballecer. This has not been the Center for Apostolic Technology. And remember, there's no uberGeek without you. And remember, there's no uberGeek without you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You really liked me. You really liked me.
Well, that was different.